that people use in politics. A weird kind of arbitrary fascism.
This is what fascist leaders do. She's a Marxist, communist, fascist.
Reject Donald Trump's fascism. They're the ones acting like actual fascists. Look up the definition of fascism. But
Welcome to Potion Sword Run.
used as an insult in things that have.
Welcome to another episode of Cats and Coffee. It's cold this morning, super cold. I have the heater going right here, keep me toasty. Got my coffee, went to Winchell's again. I went out there in the cold, faced, the outdoors to get myself a chocolate donut. And my coffee. I think my cat stole the rest of my donut. I don't see it. Seriously, like I still had did he mother shit. Yeah, I think he stole my donut. I didn't freaking realize it. I wonder. I gotta check under my bed or something. He likes to mess with shit. But I still had half of it. I put it down right here. Oh shit! There it is. Yeah, he was fucking with it. Ah, man, I'm about to. God. Like a 5 second rule, even though it's been like 5 minutes. Still looks good. Don't judge me. I'm gonna eat it still. He just knocked it down, playing with it a little bit, knocking it around here and there. Anyways, that's my breakfast for today. A little bit of donut from Winchell's. It is early today. But man, do we have a lot to talk about. First, let me talk about Xbox. Asha, the new CEO of Xbox, announced that they'll be talking about Project Helix, which is going to be the next Xbox. That's the code name for next gen Xbox. They'll be talking about that in GDC next week. GDC is for like about 3 days, I think from the 9th to the 13th or so, the 12th. So I don't expect to actually see the Xbox there. Maybe a prototype, maybe the dev kit, maybe maybe hidden behind a box or something. Something shown like in closed doors. I just expect them to just talk about the future of Xbox and lay down the roadmap and like the plans and stuff, because that's something that gamers still are unsure about. They want to know exactly like what the next Xbox entitles. The only thing we know so far is that it plays Xbox and PC games. So I guess it's gonna be more towards like a PC type of console, which is fine with me. I don't mind the new direction they're taking. Um, I know that PlayStation is gonna keep their games off of it, or that's at least what they're trying to do. But Xbox will be supposedly will be, since it's the PC, will be able to play Steam games, which is something that I want. I want to be able to play Steam games because of a lot of the indie games that are on there that don't come to console or that take forever to come to console. So I'm not I'm not closing the door on Xbox completely, but I'm still in wait and see mode. So Project Helix, whatever, it's just a code name. I don't mind it. I know a lot of people out there complaining about it for some reason. Dude, it's just a code name, man. Relax. But yeah, so they announced a new Xbox, and we should be hearing about it next week. Like like I said though, with the new Xbox, I don't expect them to show the console. I don't expect them to talk about the power. Or definitely don't expect them to talk about the price. But especially given with all the shortages and everything and all that, caca. So yeah, but at least I don't know. People seem to be excited about the Xbox. Just even announcing like the code name and everything, it almost feels like Christmas. Like you want to forget about all the bad things that Microsoft has been doing lately and hope for the future. But like I said, they're still in shaky grounds right now. We just don't know what's going to happen with Project Helix. But I don't think they're going to announce anything next week. They're not going to show us anything. No price, no games. They're not going to go back to being exclusive because they just can't. Um, right now, they have this CEO of Microsoft, Satya, all dressed out and decked out in Xbox brand, trying to recover or save the brand. But it's too late for that from them. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool to at least I don't know, like be here for another console launch. Even though we have reasons not to be excited for the next Xbox or the next consoles, to be frank. I don't know. I just love console launches. It's like, I don't know. It's like Christmas for gamers. So even though there's a lot to be wary about when it comes to Project Helix and the direction that Microsoft is taking Xbox, at least it's good to see that there's still going to be another Xbox. Considering how shaky they've been lately. Uh, one thing that I found funny is Destiny FOMO. She's sold. She'll take 3. And all she needed to hear was just the name of the project, Project Helix, and she's sold on Xbox. The reason why I like Destiny FOMO is because she just don't give a fuck, man. She just wants to play video games and have fun and and geek out. Even like with all the bad shit that goes around these console launches, like even with the Nintendo Switch, had all that bad launch. She didn't give a fuck. She was just out there enjoying it, and that's the way that games and being a gamer it should be, man. Even if it's a console that you're not so excited about, just to have another console out there, a different company making games for us, it should at least get us excited. So even though I'm still on the fence on a lot of these consoles, especially from Microsoft, because like I said, I don't know what the hell they're doing, especially with AI. It's good to see that gamers out there are excited for the console, because that's the way that it should be. Destiny FOMO. Some people may not realize, but I know some people just hate to hate or don't like her for some reason. I don't know why. But when the Switch 2 came out, she actually bought a few of them for her friends as well. So I mean, I don't know, like buying consoles for your friends, like bad people, usually don't do that. Usually you give gifts for a good reason. So I don't know. I have no hate for Destiny FOMO. Um, she seems fine to me. She seems like a gamer that just excited for all these consoles and stuff. So I thought it was just funny, seeing her already sold by just hearing the console name, Project Helix. Speaking of Xbox, they just released. Um, they just released. Let me show you. Actually, let me show you. They released the trailer for Forza, and do I have it? I do have it. This here is a trailer for Forza. Forza Horizon 6, the one that's based out of Japan. And right now there's like a big old Forza gate talking about traffic gate, should I say. They're complaining about this demo right here, or whatever it is, this trailer, not having any traffic, or having minimal traffic. People are complaining about that right now. But it has been confirmed that see, people are. This guy's still Rain. He's a big Xbox fan, so he was just kind of wondering where the hell's the traffic. And there's a lot of people actually pointing out that there's no traffic in this demo. But like I said, it has been confirmed for people commenting that there's no traffic, that it was intentionally turned down in order to focus on the environment in the world of Japan. So they didn't want the traffic to take away from the visuals and just looking at everything instead of being distracted by the traffic, which is risky to say the least, obviously, because you get a little backtrack that we haven't seen. But you also want to see the game. What happened? What happened? But you also want to see the game like in real time and see how you're gonna experience it, like when you're actually playing it. So toning down the graphics for this trailer, I think, was a big mistake. But besides that, just it's not important, to say. It's just, but it is whatever. It's whatever. It's not a big old deal. But I just wanted to bring that up to people's attention, that if you're gonna showcase your game, showcase it the way it's gonna be. Showcase it the best way. If you're gonna do something like reduce the traffic, just to for whatever reasons, then show that, explain that. In the previous, like in the demo or the trailer before that, just say the traffic is coming down, blah blah blah. Because otherwise, you're gonna cause big old commotions for no other reason, just to cause commotions. So yeah, right now there's a big old thing about traffic and in the interwebs going on. My mic could be a little louder. Yeah, I don't have it. Here we go. I don't know. It seems like my mic is yeah, like I'm using my mic from my laptop, so it shows that it's pretty loud when I talk. Maybe when it shows the shit. Maybe when I'm doing the audio for the cars, you can't hear me that well. But yeah, I have it right now like set up on easy mode on my. I don't have like my my actual mic set up and everything. Oh, Albert's here. Good morning, Albert. Hopefully you slept well. Hopefully you were warm last night, because it was a chilly one, man. Okay, so yeah, the game audio is overpowering. Yeah, I can see the levels on that. Thank you. That's what it was. It was the audio from the car. But yeah, so anyways, Forza, it's looking good right now. I have no issues with it.
Which, oh, by the way, this is me fast forwarding to the.
Coming
Which,
in
oh, by the
late.
way,
I
this
just
is
talked
me.
about
Which,
Xbox Project Helix. Pretty much just I'm excited about it. People are hyped about it. New console coming out. I'm still on the fence on it. I don't know. I don't know if I just don't know the direction they're gonna go in. But we'll hopefully hear more about it next week in GDC. But yeah, till then, you know. Till then. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Smash JT today because last night on Twitter he was getting roasted just left and right, man. I know I wasn't gonna talk about him because, like, you know, whatever, who cares about Smash? But like, he really got roasted yesterday for his gameplay of Marathon. It's like, dude, you know, like, why would you do that to yourself? You know, he's always getting clipped and shit, and he's always talking about how he's getting clipped out of context. But I mean, if you're constantly getting clipped out of context, then the shit you're saying, you know, is worth getting clipped out of context. So let's just yeah, it sounds good without the audio. Okay, thank you. I'll keep that in mind for next time. But let's go back to Smash JT, friend of the show. The last line. Yeah, I saw TBNB Gaming did a video about him comparing him to Dean Takatashi. Yeah, and his Cuphead gameplay. Exactly, bro. That's exactly what I thought about when I saw him playing Marathon. I thought about that whatever Takashi guy who was playing Cuphead, and even though the instructions were there telling him to do a double jump, he couldn't fucking double jump. But anyways.
Which, oh, by the way, this is me.
Now he was showing off.
Which, oh, by the way, this is me.
Let me pause this. No, it's not that one. So anyways, you know Smash, I know how he is with all his oh, he beats the horse and shit. Anyways, right now he's doing Marathon. Lucky, leave your brother alone. Lucky, leave your brother alone. Sorry, my cat's messing with the other cat. He don't want to play right now. Yeah, so anyways, this is Smash JT, which is, you know, Dead or Alive, Dead on Arrival, on Marathon. Pretty much doing the same thing he did with Ghost of Yotei. Now, I don't necessarily believe that Marathon's going to be a huge hit. It's going to struggle, I think, but it is what it is. But it's funny, though, the reason why people are saying that he's talking shit about Marathon is because he sucks at the game. And sure enough, the proof is in the pudding. But this is a Smash JT playing Marathon.
Fast forwarding to the part where there's actually action. There was about a 10-minute period before this where it was just walking around.
And he's complaining how the game is boring and there's nothing to do, and he had to walk to get to this firefight for, I don't know, 10 minutes. And this is the way he responds to the firefight.
I'm like, I don't.
Now, bear in mind, this is a competitive shooter. Bear in mind, he has an SMG, and he's trying to snipe somebody. And this is how he plays this competitive shooter. Like, if he's playing, I don't know what he's playing.
I don't even know if that's a person or a robot shooting bullets at everything. I don't know. Which, oh, by the way,
Watch it again.
This is me fast forwarding to the part where
imagine
there's
having a
actually
teammate like
action.
this playing a game.
There was
like
about
this.
a 10-minute period before this where it was just
and then he
walking
wonders
around.
why he's not having fun with it. He calls it Dead on Arrival just because he don't know how to play it. Because the game is definitely, obviously, not for him.
I'm like, I don't even. I don't know what it is, but I was trying my best with it.
But yeah, like this person right here. If you're gonna play like this, then you're probably not the target audience. And sure enough, looking at the way he plays, he's not the target audience. No, Cody. Albert is obsessed with everybody here. So he's not going anywhere. Plus, he ain't got nowhere to go. He ain't got no job. He ain't got no house. He ain't got no friends. He ain't got no family that cares about him. So, I mean, that's why he's here. He's here in a room full of people who don't care about him just because he's a lonely, individual who has no friends. So, don't be too hard on him, Ricardo. Like, he was probably all cold last night, shaking in his blue tent. It's been cold lately, Ricardo. You gotta be nice to the less fortunate. Like Smash JT. But the internet was roasting him bad. It's not just the internet either. And here's his excuse. Pulling a clip completely out of context to get an own on my very first time playing this game is wild. All you showcase is what a shit show the game is. Impossible to find weapons and ammo. Yeah, so impossible to find weapons and ammo that are literally littered everywhere in big ass chests. It was not fun. I played longer, understood it a bit more, and still was not enjoying it. It certainly wasn't about run away from the first action I saw in minutes to try and find the right gun. You didn't need to run away, Smash. You just need to engage. You don't freaking snipe with the damn SMG. You have to actually get closer. You didn't know what the hell you're shooting at. I just wanted to finally have some action, and this sucked. Respectively, based off this clip, you ain't even run the action. You didn't even run to the action, let alone away from it. You hid behind a rock. It was literally my first encounter in the game. LOL. So yes, every time you encounter someone in a game for the first time, you gotta hide. Hide behind a rock. In a first-person competitive shooting game. Oh. This is why he complains about games all the time. Because he sucks at them. And he doesn't understand how to play them. And so therefore he thinks that they suck. When in reality, it's just a mirror, man. It's just a mirror. Jeff tried to play it like it's Call of Duty. He didn't even try to play it like it's Call of Duty. At least in Call of Duty, you have all these guys like running towards the action, diving, jumping, doing weird ass shit. He was playing it more like Battlefield back in the day, where you're actually hiding behind things, like actual real warfare, instead of playing like an action shooter, a sci-fi shooter. Yeah, he's playing it the quite opposite way. He's playing it like if we're playing shooters like 10 years ago. That's how far he is behind the curve.
Which, oh, by the way, this is me fast forwarding to the part where there's actually action. There was about a 10-minute period before this where
I've never in my life seen someone try to snipe with an SMG. Exactly, man. That's what he was doing, trying to snipe somebody behind a rock with an SMG.
I'm like, I don't even know if that's a person or a robot shooting bullets at I don't know what it is, but I was trying to...
Look at him.
Action. There was about a 10-minute period before this where it was just walking around.
Here's Smash trying to snipe somebody with an SMG. Doesn't even know what he's shooting at. And then once he gets hit once, he runs away.
That's a person or a robot shooting bullets in it.
We have Paul Tassi, pointing out the obvious. If this was a game journalist, we would still be hearing about this clip a decade from now. Just like we're hearing about Dan's Takakashi's Cuphead, mess up. This is on the level of that. Just showing how bad you are at video games. And not only just showing it, like actually showing the clip, re-showing the clip after the fact. Like if that was me, I wouldn't have shown that part. I would have shown a part where I was actually kicking ass or, doing something cool. We have Calclis. If I had gameplay like this, Batman himself couldn't get me to post it publicly, man. Exactly. It's like Smash doesn't even know that he's owning himself with these stupid clips. That's how freaking dumb he is. So dumb that even Twitter had to do a little roundup talking about how this Marathon Server Slam clip roasts YouTubers. Like it was a whole little topic about it on X. The clip of him sucking got over 1 million views. One peg. This is what we extraction gamers call Timmy, a loot pinata. Unfortunately, much like in real life, this dude drops common loot. Now this is a burn. Pretty much you're saying that he's a narc, he's a target. He's someone that you would go towards in these games because he's an easy pickings, He's a Timmy, he's a loot pinata. Nothing but just there to break and take away his loot. But when they do take away his loot, it's all garbage. Just like it is in real life. Now this one, this one's sad. But, what can you really say? It's true, man. Like, the type of garbage person he is online, like, what do you expect from him in real life? This is giving game journalists who couldn't beat the Cuphead tutorial a run for their money. Someone tell bro, that's not a sniper. So anyways, there's a bunch of these on there. Just like, there are endless amounts of people roasting Smash JT for his gameplay. And him being oblivious to the fact that he looks stupid playing like that. It was just too good to pass up when I saw all that shit. I know I wasn't going to talk about Smash anymore because, what's the point? But man, the way he just keeps on, burning himself. It's crazy. There will be no slander to the greatest PlayStation 1 game tester of all time. Smash AT? Yeah. You know what's sad about that situation? When he was like a game tester working for Sony back then, he was like a contract employee, and those contract employees that aren't necessarily employees of the company. There's like, for example, we have a lot of contract Amazon workers who don't necessarily work for Amazon. They work for the contract company. They're just dressed in Amazon clothes. That's pretty much what Smash JT was. But he couldn't just accept that that's what his job was and he was just like low-level nobody. That he had to try to make it sound like he was more important than he actually was. That all came out during the beatdown that he had with Colin Majority when they were talking about, his past experiences and talking about how Sir Kana was not a big thing when he was part of Sony. But in reality, we all know that he was just a QA tester that was a contract QA tester, which is even worse. So it just goes to show like the type of insecurities that he has to embellish and sound more important than he actually was or is. But I don't know, man. If you like constantly getting roasted like that, I mean, you think you'll take a step back and kind of reevaluate your steps that you're taking. But I don't think he cares, to tell you the truth, because, like I said, even bad publicity is good publicity because it keeps your name, relevant, um, and especially in this economy where it's a click economy, all he needs is clicks. So if he's acting out there, he's, being all stupid and shit, sucking at video games and talking crap about them, and even though it's hypocritical and people are making fun of him, he's still getting his name out there and stuff. So it's working either way. So either way, I guess you can say he's winning, but it's like to win and look stupid or like be a laughing stock of the gaming community. I mean, I guess if all you care about is money and shit, then it doesn't really matter. But I don't know, man. Imagine having to go through life like that all day, being a laughing stock. I thought it was like EverQuest. He doesn't even play games. No, I know he hasn't played games for like a long ass time, and yeah, especially because people like us who have been watching them for so long, you kind of get you can kind of get the feel of what kind of games they play or what games they've been playing because you get to know their habits over time and what they're talking about. But yeah, when it comes to Smash JT, you can pretty much tell that he doesn't really play games anymore. I, in his own words, he just doesn't have time to play games anymore because first of all, he doesn't have a job. I mean, YouTube is his job, so you think playing games would be part of your job, but whatever. I guess not. That's why he, just shit talks and posts shit posts on YouTube and on Twitter because like that's his job, shit posting and trying to get engagement. And so necessarily playing games isn't getting him the engagement that he needs. So shit posting the way he does like this is what gets him the engagement. Avocado, good to see you. Potion Sword, where's the next racing stream? I don't know. It just depends what I'm like. Right now I'm playing Resident Evil. That's why I haven't been streaming lately with my racing rig right there. I have my racing rig right there set up. Yeah, that's the reason why I haven't been playing my racing rig right now. Just because I'm playing Resident Evil. I'm actually playing it offline. I like to just sometimes I like to just focus on the game and I have to talk about the game while I'm playing. And since I really am into Resident Evil right now, I want to just finish it and get it done with. So I probably won't be racing probably not till next week, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna finish up Resident Evil. I'm taking my time. I didn't play yesterday. I don't play. I go to treatment. I'm not sure if you know Avocado because you're new here, but I go to treatment 3 times a week. And after my treatments, I'm pretty tired. Kind of just not. I'm not 100. It takes me some time to recuperate and get my energy back. And so I usually don't play video games that I'm like gotta focus on and be into because it's difficult. It's like I just don't feel that well. So I usually only play or stream or do YouTube stuff on my days off where I don't go to treatment. And so I always gotta. I have so much shit that I want to do and stuff. So I kind of had to pick and choose on where to spend my time. And so yeah, right now, even though racing is fun and I'm having a blast with it, yeah, streaming won't be till probably sometime next week, or maybe this weekend. Just depends when I finish Resident Evil. Did you get far in the new Resident Evil? I'm pretty far, but I don't know how far I am because I don't know obviously how the game ends. But I've played it for a good, I'm gonna say, maybe a good 8 hours so far, maybe 6 hours so far. But I like to take my time, just look at everything and stuff. So I'm not necessarily just speed running through it. But I really, really, really recommend the game. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one more than the last couple of ones. Even though like what's the one where it was the family Resident Evil 7, I believe, where you're like there's like that family and the table and you're eating and shit and whatever. Like that one was the first one when they went where they changed up the formula. That one was pretty good. It was a good stepping stone to changing up the new formula. And then when they went to Resident Evil 8 with the werewolves and stuff, it was all action packed. That one was freaking fun. And actually, that game, I wanted more even after I finished playing it. You know, like that game, I would be down for some day one DLC. I would have done everything. But so like that one actually they got the formula perfect and it got me hooked. And this one here, it's just pretty much an extension of the last one. They already had the formula set. All they had to do was just create a new story, a new environment and everything, and that's what they did. So this one is probably my favorite Resident Evil of the new ones. When it comes to my Resident Evil favorite games, it's probably Part 2, Code Veronica, then like Part 4, and then this one here. But I mean, I don't know. This game is freaking awesome, man. I don't like I don't like I don't like I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was reading the chat and I just yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that's all I wanted to touch on today. Requiem is good. Top Resident Evil for me. Yeah, that's all I wanted to touch on today. Just Smash JT out there acting like a fool still. I don't even know what to say about that guy anymore. I just, it is what it is. I just want to talk about Xbox, the new Xbox coming out. As much as I like to complain about them and shit, it still gets me excited whenever new hardware comes out. So, I can't wait to see what they're coming out. And then, Forza Horizon 6. It's looking pretty good, but they did have the traffic turned down, so everybody can chillax, don't have to worry about that. I'm just looking at the news, see if there's anything else going on that we need to talk about. What? There's a report right now on Kotaku saying that PlayStation 5 is showing different players different prices for the same game. What do they call that shit? Like right now, there's certain grocery stores where they have digital price tags now. Shit, who's calling me? My phone's over there, but it's going through my laptop. That's why you guys are hearing it. Ugh. So like if I want to, I can answer the phone on my laptop and talk on my laptop, which I don't want to do because this is spam. I was saying about the grocery stores, they have these digital price tags now instead of using like paper ones. And the reason why they do that is because they can change the prices on the fly. They can do variable prices. So, for example, if there's a certain item that is in hot demand and is running low, they can jack up the prices on that item to reflect the demand. And so, I worry about that video games are going to start trying to do the same thing, where depending on the demand or depending on just the area where you're at, like for example, if I live in California and it's like it costs more to live in California, things cost more here because it's a beautiful state, beautiful weather, beautiful everything else. It would be stupid, it should be illegal for me to, like for example, buy a game here digitally off the PlayStation store and then it turns out that it costs more for me just because I live in a place where people have more money or whatever. That's one of the big fears that people have with these variable price tags and stuff that keeps on happening. But let me show you this. Oh my god. I'll get into the article right now and see what they say. Hopefully it's some bullshit. But
Which, oh, by the way, this is me fast forwarding to the part.
so here, PlayStation 5 is showing off different prices for the same game. PlayStation users have just spotted that Sony is experimenting with a new pricing method, often referred to as A/B pricing, that offers users different prices on the PlayStation Store. Unfortunately, this isn't actually new, as Sony has been offering users dynamic prices for several months now. As noted by Push Square, a few hours ago, a thread titled PSN Games Prices Goes Up When Signing In was posted on the r mildly infuriating subreddit. As you can see from the image in the thread, Assassin's Creed Unity should be on sale for $3.74 in the UK. However, logging into the PlayStation Network account, the user noticed that they were instead offered a price of $9.99, still lower than the game's standard price of $24.99, but not nearly a steep discount. As it turns out, this isn't the first time Sony has experimented with this form of dynamic pricing method. A video game discount comparison website spotted these pricing discrepancies back in November, while unconfirmed, users on Reddit report that Astrobot was the subject to A/B pricing back in November. They reported that 2K Games, Focus Entertainment, Deep Silver, Bethesda, Rockstar Games, and Sony have all been participants in A/B pricing experiment. Although several other publishers, including Ubisoft, now appear to be joining in on the fun. Microsoft has been offering dynamic prices for games since 2021. However, Microsoft's method is arguably a little more honest, as dynamic prices for games are specifically tagged just for you. And that's true. Xbox does have a little section that says just for you, and it gives you like extra discounts on certain type of games. I never knew if just for you on the Xbox was actually just for me, or if it was like a generic term and they would give it to a lot of different people. But yeah, Xbox does that too. I just thought they were just extra sales, which is fine. I don't mind going on extra sales. But this article explains that a game was $3.49 in the UK store, but then when they tried to buy it, it was $9.99. Like, that's some bullshit. Although many commenters have speculated to the contrary, this doesn't actually appear to be illegal. The EU laws that forbid dynamic pricing based on discrimination, but that doesn't seem to apply to these circumstances. Huh. Well, that's something, I guess. Just be wary, guys. There's going to be some dynamic pricing over there. The other day, or last few weeks ago, I wanted to buy Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And so I went to, usually like it costs the same everywhere. Or sometimes it might be cheaper, like on Steam. But I went to the Xbox store and it was full price. And then I went to the PlayStation store and it was half off. And so that I bought it on PlayStation. I have a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on PlayStation. And then after I bought it on PlayStation, the next day I went to Xbox again because I always turn on my Xbox, and it was there again on sale, half off. So I don't know. I always just double check the stores and see which one has the game that I want, cheaper. If I'm gonna buy it digitally, I just buy it from whatever store now. Before I'll just buy all my games on Xbox, but I mean, if I can get it half off on PlayStation, then I'm gonna do that. Avocado says she might start drinking chamomile tea. Maybe that will help with sleep. Um, I keep getting bad sleep every time. I also suffer from bad sleep, avocado. Um, yeah, that's something that I've been trying to figure out. Like last night, I actually did get some sleep, but I had to take some ambient. Um, what I stepped. The problem with me is I have problems waking up. Like I always wake up when I go to sleep like every so often. But last night I was able to sleep 5 hours straight without waking up, which is like a big accomplishment. Usually I wake up every 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour if I'm not sleeping that well. So yeah, I can understand not getting sleep and how it sucks. It's weird though. Like today I woke up like at 5 in the morning and I was like up, you know. And I usually get up like around 6 o'clock either way, but I've been getting up like an extra hour early for some reason. But the thing is, I also take naps now, so I do catch up on sleep, and I do sleep early for the most part. I don't stay up anymore. I used to stay up all the time, and I noticed that I just stayed up for no reason, like no other reason than just to not go to sleep. I would stay up, just watch TV, stay up and do shit that doesn't matter, you know, binge a TV show or something, and it's like okay. So I mean, like if 9 o'clock rolls by, I ain't got shit to do anymore, then I'll just go to sleep. And so yeah, that's why I guess I've been waking up a lot earlier too. But yeah, sleep. When you suffer from sleep deprivation, it kind of sucks. California also ports gets all the goodies from China too. Like goodies from China, like what? Amazon does the same thing. Shit. Right now, I don't know. I think a lot of these companies are trying to just do variable pricing just to like to nickel and dime people, man. I can't prove this, but I think Steam does this. I've seen several times one price for a game on there and click and the price is actually higher. Oh shit, man. Steam was gonna be my place to go. No, even 5 hours is not good sleep. Um, but 5 hours uninterrupted for me, it was freaking like great. Um, like if I can get 5 hours uninterrupted sleep and then go back to sleep and sleep for a couple more hours, then fuck. But you can really, really, really tell when I don't get much sleep because my bags and my eyes get even way baggier. um, but yeah, sometimes when I get good sleep, they just disappear. And I'm like, holy shit! All I need is freaking sleep. But I've tried different things though too for sleep, like melatonin. Um, I've tried like other sleeping like pills, whatever, and they don't work for me for shit. Like even the ambient doesn't work for me for shit. I'm not sure if you're supposed to like. I'm sure that's probably what you gotta do. Like take it every day so it gets into your body, into your stream, and so you can kind of get used to it or whatever. But I'm not a pill popper like that. Like I only want to take it when I can't sleep, so I can sleep that night. Um, I want to get normal regular sleep. I don't want to get fucking pilled into sleep. But right now, I was desperate pretty much to just because the night before I went to sleep and I kept on waking up like every hour or so, and it was just frustrating. So last night when I went to like I was gonna go to sleep, um, it was like about I had waking up already, and I woke up like about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and so I wanted to go back to sleep. Well, I think I woke up like a little. I think it was maybe like at 11. I don't know. I don't know what, but I ended up taking some pills and it worked, but I don't know. You don't want to take pills for rest of your life. You want to get some good natural sleep, but for some reason I just can't. I don't know. It's been like that for a few years. They're using a pricing algorithm. Hmm. I heard that what Amazon does though, sometimes when you like before when you put things in your cart, and you keep them in your cart, then they might go on sale to give you to give you like the incentive to buy it. But what I've heard now is that if you put things in your cart, they'll actually put the prices higher now because they know that you want to buy it. So they figure it might as well get you, at that time. So yeah, like I don't even put shit in my cart anymore. When it comes to Amazon, I don't put shit in my cart anymore. I just don't trust those fools. You know what's crazy though? Um, I mean, it's not crazy. Like we know this happens, but I was looking to create shirts and like merch in house because I wanted to control the actual product and the quality and the artwork. So I was looking for transfers. Where you put heat transfers. So you buy the graphic, you put it on the shirt or sweater, then you heat it on there, and it transfers to the fabric. And so I googled a quick search on these transfers, and there was like a company called Ninja Transfers. And I kid you not, man, for the last fucking 3 weeks and shit, I've been getting those ads on my YouTube talking about all these fucking DT transfers, just because I googled it once. So now it's like, dude, like these companies and shit, corporations, they really do track you, man, and they just keep on like pounding you and pounding you with the, buy all this or do this, and it's just like, it's crazy, man. Like these companies do crazy shit just to take, your nickel and dime you. Mario Kart and Tetris are bad for avocado sleep. Are you addicted to Mario Kart and Tetris, avocado? I did play Tetris with someone last night. um, are you a Switch 2 player, avocado? Did you get the new Mario Kart, or did you not get that? Um, yeah, I'm still my stance against the Switch 2 still stands. I think it's still a ripoff, and that's why I haven't played Mario Kart. But supposedly, supposedly they say, like if you use your bed or your room for anything else than sleeping, like if you use it as a place to be creative, like you use to sit down, you draw on it, you read, or you do a bunch of stupid shit on your bed, then it's harder for you to go to sleep on that bed because it's an actual space that's used for different activities other than just resting and sleeping. So that's what I've heard before. I'm not sure how true that is, but I mean, it could be, like your body can be thinking when you're going to bed that you're gonna go play some freaking Mario Kart or Tetris with the homies, and so it keeps you energized and awake. Whereas if it was just used strictly for sleeping, nothing but sleeping, maybe every time you went to your bed, then your body will relax and go to sleep. No, avocado doesn't have a Switch. She plays Tetris on a website. Okay. You played a racing game with Ron Damone last night? Ron Damone. He's enemy number 2. No, maybe 3. 3. First is Evil Cream, is enemy number 1. Ricky Ricardo, enemy number 2. And Ron Ramon, enemy number 3. It's hilarious shit. Funny shit, man. I'm done with my coffee, but I still have a little bit of donut left. I think I'm done with the donut too, though. Nuh-uh. Ricardo's enemy number 2, I thought. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, Ricardo's enemy number 2. That's first is Evil, Drunky Cheese. Oh, I know. I've known Drunky Cheese for I don't know, 5 years now, maybe more. I'm not sure how long I've known Drunky Cheese for, Avocado. And I know um, not most of his friends, because he started, well, obviously you know, but he's a streamer now, and so he's gotten his own little community going on. So there's a bunch of people obviously that I don't know, but there's a bunch of people in his community that I do know because I've known them for quite a while. Like for example, Ricky Ricardo, Ron Ramon. Even though they change their names sometimes, it is what it is. But yeah, I say yeah. It seems to me that the ones that get more hate is right now is Evo Creams, uh, Ricky Ricardo, and then Ron. Like those three are like the for some reason like CPE keeps on tagging me about them three guys. It's like what okay, like what does that got to do with me? Whatever they do, but that shit is hilarious. Not only that, CP3 actually just today, CPE, uh, CP3 is the guy who plays basketball. He was cut recently by the LA Clippers and sent home. Poor guy. Anyway, CPE today tagged me saying that people like me are people who defend Keith Elwood. What the fuck is his name again? Darius Truxton. Me defending Darius Truxton. Like I haven't been on that fool's channel like in 2 years. And even then, I didn't really know him at all. I was only there because Evo Creams and Albert and them, everybody was there like sometimes. So I'd go hang out sometimes. But supposedly, since he's been like, I guess he was outed as sending dick pics to somebody for I don't know how long. So because of his behavior, that's what he does. I'm the type of person that defends that. And so that's the reason why I don't want to like engage with CPE and none of this nonsense with Ricardo, Ron, and Evil, because if she thinks that I have anything to do with Darius Truxton, like a channel or a person I haven't even like I have nothing to do with at all, like that's crazy thinking. Like I'm not sure what's going up here, where she's putting up all these different things that have to do together, like all these patterns that she's seen. It's like how do I even approach that and defend it if I have nothing to do with that situation? I don't go to his channel, never been friends with them, none of that shit. But yet she's tagging me saying that I'm defending him and his actions. It's like, how do you even discuss that with somebody when it's like we're not even in the same basis of reality? It's just crazy. Yeah, that's right, Ricardo. I'm like number 4. But the thing is, like, the reason, like, I don't understand why I would be included. Like, at least you guys, go back and forth with them. Talk shit. You defend yourselves. But you guys, you guys go back and forth. Every so often. Whatever. So that's understandable. But me, who never hardly ever talk about them, only when I do this right now, just to explain things. Who, like, I'm not into like all that, Discord, none of that bullshit. Like, why do you care what I have to think about this situation? And let's just say that I, was mad or frustrated with Evil and Ricky, Ricardo, and everyone else for doing whatever they're doing. Okay, then what? Like, what do you get out of that? Are they gonna stop just because I say what they do is wrong? It's like, no, it has absolutely nothing to do with me. But yet I keep on getting tagged, and I just don't understand that. But yeah, you're right. I am number 4. And like I was saying, like the last line, when they started making fun of him too, it was hilarious. Like to see them just include different people just for no other reason that they hang out, talk about video games or shit, making fun of his dive tips. Okay. It's like you can tell when they get so pathetic where they have to just make fun of like facial features or something because they have nothing else to like make fun of. Making fun of his hair. Okay. Avocado says, wow, she tags people like Wreck-It Jenny, who doesn't know about any of this stuff. I see that too. Like, I see a lot of people don't respond to all the different tags. You know, obviously, I saw one guy respond. It was like a gaming channel. I never heard of him before. But it was like a big old back and forth just because he was trying to figure out like what the fuck he's tagging me for. You know, I don't know what the hell's going on with all these people. Like, what do you guys even? And supposedly, from what I understand, the reason why she's tagging a bunch of random people that have nothing to do with the situation is because she was trying to expose and cancel evil, Ricardo and so on. And the people who she's tagging is people who sometimes visit their streams to watch them play video games. And so pretty much she's just trying to, cancel people by tagging other people that have nothing to do with the situation, trying to make them look bad. When in reality, all it's doing is making her look a little, cuckoo and shit, Because you keep on getting tagged with all the crazy shit that has nothing to do with you or anybody you even know. And that happens to me quite often from other accounts that are, I guess, friends of theirs or whatever. I look and I'm like, okay, I know nobody. Except for some people that are tagged, I know. But when it comes to the actual subject of the videos, like, I don't understand. Like, it's like weird shit. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, like 56K warning gets a lot of shit just because he visits this stream, because he visits Tony's stream or whatever. It's just like it's weird. Like I don't even know who Wreck-It Jenny is, but I get exposed to a lot of these other channels, just based on all these shit talking that people do. Amico Days brought a lot of weirdos. You know what the thing is? It wasn't even necessarily the Amico. They didn't come like all the weirdos didn't come from the Amico saga. They came from Radical Ricks, or was it Radical Ricks or something Rick? They came from like all of that. Those were all the fucking weirdos are from. When you really think about it, Albert, CPE, um, Vope, like those are the fucking weirdos, and that's where they came from. They didn't come from the Amico. They latched on to the Amico after everyone else was talking about it because they had nothing else to do. They had nowhere else to go. Koi Fish Gaming, yeah, that's the one that I saw. Like going back and asking him like, what the hell's going on? Like, why do you keep on tagging him? He don't know anything about this shit. And supposedly just because somebody on his channel was a mod that didn't like someone, one of her friends or something for I don't know his name. I don't know who he is. Yeah, they started tagging him and shit. Gamer Aimer. See, I don't even know who Gamer Aimer was. I didn't know who Hacking Steve was. I didn't know who Strawberry Pokemon was. Like, I don't know. I didn't know a bunch of these freaking YouTubers. And then I started following them, though, just because of Albert kept on tagging him and shit. So I wanted to see if, see what the whole deal was. And they're just regular people doing regular fucking YouTube shit. Just like pretty much everyone else that they harass. So I found that hilarious. And like, what is Albert watching fucking Strawberry Pokemon for? Like, she literally does videos about Pokemon. She does do uh, some videos complaining about resellers and Pokemon because they kind of do hand in hand. But why is Albert watching that? Like seriously, like watching all of their videos. Like us, maybe I understand. We're a part of the Amico, shit, and we have history. But like someone like her, it's like that's harassment, right? You have nothing to do with your life and shit. You're unhappy with yourself, so you got to go and start messing with other people. Ricardo Cody says, I secretly hate 56K because I see her on Pat and NES Punk's chat. I want that chat only for me. Hear me? Amico drama was the reason why I landed on Tony's channel. Started following is why you're in this mess. Alright, avocado, have fun with the breakfast. I had a freaking donut for breakfast. I need to start actually like cooking some real breakfast, you know, like some hearty ass breakfast. But I wake up way too freaking early to actually eat like a big old breakfast. So usually I you know, have myself something like this and then have a good lunch. But yeah, the last line. Yeah, Heck and Steve mainly does videos about resellers too. I like his channel, but disagree with his critique on My Retro Life and Pixel Squad. I just recently started watching Heck and Steve. I don't watch all his stuff, but I do watch some of his reseller things, just to see, you know, who's being scummy out there and who's not. I'm not sure what he was talking about Retro Life and Pixel Squad. Like I don't know who they are. Yeah, I'm not too deep into the gaming community, I guess, when it comes to the retro community. We concluded that he's living vicariously through random channels with less than 50 subs. Yeah, it's kind of sad, man. But then, you know, when you think about it, though, like I don't say that I feel sorry for him. I feel like at least he has an outlet, you know, like a group of, even though he's just talk shit, like a people that he can relate to, I guess. Because imagine being homeless. Imagine having no job. Imagine having no prospects. Having nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one to talk to, and you have 24 hours a day. Like, you know, like what else would you do? Yeah, like, you know, when you think about like a lot of other homeless people who are just like walking the streets, like, you know, just being all raggedy and shit. Like at least it looks like he takes showers. At least he kind of looks presentable, even though he kind of wears the same shit all the time. But I mean, like you know, you have nothing to do, like 24 hours a day, so you might as well fuck with people, you know. And especially like if like you're angry and you want to like let out some steam and stuff. um I can understand where he's coming from, but then again, I don't have a job right now, and I have my whole day, you know, to me as well. But then again, I have somewhere to, you know, to live, and you know, I could just chillax and just watch some TV and, you know, veg out and or go to sleep or read a book or, you know, do whatever. Um, so I don't know. It's like I understand it, but then I don't, because you have all this time. You can be doing something to improve your life. So I guess it just depends on the person. Hmm. Just hearing all this and talking about it's just a blimp in my internet time. Hey, you know, that's why I do these, man. A couple of hours just to, you know, hang out with you guys, shoot the shit, you know, have some fun internet time, you know, talk about whatever that, you know, that interests us. That's all the reason why I do it, you know. I'm not necessarily trying to fucking, you know, get all rich or get all big, or, you know, or just talk shit. I just want to have fun and hang out. And the thing is, I notice, or whatever, when I do streams, um, they take just as much time as doing videos. But I gotta clean. But I'm able to interact it with you guys, you know. So it's kind of like a better way, especially when I don't have any topics that I want to really talk about, you know, video wise. So that's why I stream for you guys, just to, you know, shoot the shit. But yeah, it's the best way to use the internet. Interact with people, talk about stuff. Okay, I think I did my hour. Um, Let me see if there's anything else going on before I skedaddle. I really wanna finish. I want to finish my game, but we'll see. So, anyways, I think CPE might watch this maybe. Um, but yeah, if you're so inclined to, please let me know how it is that someone who has not been to Darius Instructions channel for fucking 3 years, or I don't know how long it's been, how I am defending him, whatever it is that he's doing. I would really, really, really like to understand your logic behind that. Reviewers not reviewing Marathon are corrupt. I have seen multiple reviewers say they are holding off on reviewing Marathon because Bungie asked them to wait until later updates roll out. Huh. Last line, if you're still here. Did you buy Marathon? I could have sworn you said you were gonna buy Marathon last week or so, or that you're looking forward to Marathon. It might have been Blinded who said that, but I think you did too. Potion, I hate you for having me hear all the nerds doing internet nerd things. Man, life is short, man. We got to geek out and be nerds whenever we can, you know. But I was just wondering if you played Marathon and if you're having fun with it. I tried the demo and it didn't hook me. But it's doing okay right now on Steam. I think the game's gonna be okay, but it's not gonna be like a huge hit. Oh shit! Even Tinder was doing price gouging. They had to pay 60 million to settle a lawsuit accusing the app of charging certain users a higher subscription price. Damn, everybody just freaking nickel and diming everybody.
Isn't the most. So this game made it like 45 days, and I'm sure learning of its shutdown isn't the most surprising thing you've ever heard, because it's probably the most surprising thing you've ever heard. We'll look at their statement though. So this game made it like
Charlie's talking about High Garden, I think. Project Helix is likely Microsoft's last attempt to make their hardware business work. Definitely going to be their last attempt. If they're not able to get a good foothold, there's not going to be a next Xbox after the Helix. No, I didn't want to try the Service Land, but I got busy and I didn't. Next game for me is Crimson Desert. Huh. Yeah, Crimson Desert looks promising. It looks yeah, I don't know how to yeah, it looks promising. They were talking about that there's I don't know how many bosses, like, you know, like 60 bosses or something. And yeah, I'm not really into like even like the Souls games where you have to go and find like all these big old bosses and stuff. Like Elden Ring and stuff. Like I'm not really into like just boss fights, you know. But the game does look grand. It looks good. Crimson Desert, I'm saying. Um, I think I might skip it though, to tell you the truth. I'll have to wait and see. see more of it like when the not necessarily reviews, but like previews and impressions come out. Just to see, just to actually see what the game is about. Is it gonna be like just like an open world game like The Witcher 3? That's kind of what it looks like to me. But like I said, I'm not trying to do like if it was more like The Witcher 3 type of style where just like regular enemies, different type of cool little missions, you know, bosses like that, but not actually like a boss hunting game. Like I don't know. It's like reminds me like of games like Monster Hunter or you know shit like that. And so I'm not into those type of games. But I don't know. It seems okay. I'm kind of looking towards smaller games right now. Once I read the charging to handling paper sheet on the list, I knew I was over for them. Hmm. So Jeff Keighley, or Geoff Keighley, for some reason doesn't think the next Xbox is a console. He calls it a PC-based hardware device. I'm not sure where I like what his thinking is, but whatever. Yeah, people right now are getting pissed off about the Sony variable pricing. I guess the news just broke today, so people are just hearing about it. All right, I think that's gonna be it for today. I heard it's more Zelda and less Witcher, despite the visually styling and more like the latter. Huh? More Zelda. I still need to. Speaking of Zelda, I still need to finish Breath of the Kingdom Part Two. Um, so huge. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna leave it right there for today. I got through everything I wanted to talk about. I'll probably be back again. What's today? Today's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday. I got my treatment. So I'll probably be back again Sunday morning to do another Cats and Coffee and see what's up. See what's going on the weekend. Today, me and Charlie Chicken Nuggets are going to go for a walk in the park. Probably shoot a video talking shit again. Put that up later on. Give you guys something to watch. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. Oh, you know what I got to go do? I got to go send out a package for the Atari Creep. I've been trying to send this package for about a week now. And I finally got it taped up. I finally got some shipping labels. But now I gotta go to UPS or somewhere and actually ship it. You'll be hearing about that a lot later on. It's good to see everybody. Ricky Ricardo, always nice to chat with you. The last line. Keep up the good work with those diet tips. It keeps driving them crazy. 56K warning. Getting stray bullets just for being here and there. Avocado, hopefully you have some good breakfast going on. Albert, hopefully you're staying warm out there in the cold. Hopefully you have a heater buddy. to keep you from, you know. All right, like always, that's gonna do it for this episode. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember, always, always be kind to yourself and enjoy your life. And I'll meet you right there. Peace. Peace, 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 peace.